which is now what we would like you to judge the performance of the ministry on, as opposed to the cash utilization, which I just explained that will continue to lag what we're doing as a ministry. We've done impressively well with about 85% of projects that are impactful to improving the lives, to improving the education system and moving us to providing better and qualitative education to our citizens. I'll move right ahead to page 10, which now also just gave us a total view of the personnel overhead and the capital budget. You look at our personnel, obviously, that's not surprising, that's 100% performance. And we'll look at overhead, which stood at 94% performance. And I particularly want to thank this distinguished house for your effort last year on our budget, and more importantly, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with his commitment to ensuring that our government, our agencies are funded adequately. This high level of performance or utilization, 94% utilization of overhead is quite impressive, and compared to previous years, this is a significant improvement. And we're hoping that we'll get the same level of improvement with the way our capital projects are being cash backed, so that our contractors can be paid on time. Going to our Unity colleges, the same thing, personnel performance of 100%, overhead 97%, but more impressive about this is our meal subsidy. That's a meal subsidy we provide to our Unity school. Now, if you look at it, almost all our contractors have been paid. The contractors that supplied our children a meal at the Unities, at the 115 Unity school, they've been paid for the meal they supply to our children. So moving ahead to page 12, this just shows you the performance of the capital budget for our Federal Unity School, which you saw there, about 59%, about 60%. Moving forward now, the next page, page 13, tells you the internally generated revenue profile of the Federal Ministry of Education. We are Human Capital Development Ministry. We're not tailored and geared towards generating revenue, but as part of our operations and activities, some unit and department in our ministry still bringing some additional revenue to the government. We have the authentication and evaluation of professional certificates and academic certificates that brought in about 173 million in the year 2024, with compared to the preceding 2 years. Also, registrations of institutions, we were able to brought in about 430,000. The attendance fees brought in about 113 million, and that's basically it for the internally generated amount of about 194 million. But this is meager compared to our budgetary allocations. We just wanted to point that out to you based on your request that the ministry should show every single revenue stream to the ministry, to the Senate. That's why we deemed it fit to bring that to you. Now, going to our I've just gone through our 2024 appropriations, performance. Now, going to our 2025 appropriation, we've compared from the last 10 years. And if you can see, if you look at the last column, the percentage of our education budget as a component of the total budget stood at, for 2025, stood at 5%. This is significantly lower than the global budgetary recommendation of 20%, where the recommended value of the total education budget to the total budget should be about 20%. But then that percentage looks low, but if you look at the absolute amount of money that has been budgeted, more so for capital in 2025. It's significantly much better from where we have almost 35% increase compared to the year 2024. So I think, and so then going to the subsectoral summary for the 2025 budget proposal, that's page 13, page 15. The main ministry has about 248 billion, which represent about 13.4, about 14% of the total 2.5 trillion that appropriated. Our parastatals account for 32% at 816 billion. Our polytechnics, 9% of the total education sectoral allocation at 226 billion. We have our colleges of education at 5.5% at with 139 billion. Our universities still accounted for about the highest of the allocation of at 811 billion, which gave a percentage allocation of allocated percentage of 32%. We have the Unity School with allocation of about 171 billion, and UNESCO, which meant just a bilateral commitment to UNESCO. I will not bother you with all the others statements that followed. So I think I'll stop here, and I'll take questions from the distinguished senators. Thank you again for the opportunity to present our 2024 performance to you, and then the 2025 appropriation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, my respected colleagues. Any question from the
challenges facing the ministry and all the agencies attached thereto. For instance, I just did a mental calculation. Your capital budget for 2024, 480 billion, 781.
2025, distinguished 2025.
2025. Have you performed 2025 already?
Are you talking about 2024 or 2025?
2024, sir.
Okay, sorry.
Please just listen to me, Honorable Minister.
It's not it, Honorable Minister. Let's have brief
Not my comments,
questions
please.
from our colleagues, not what he's asking.
I said
Yes.
your 2024 capital budget is quite unambitious in the sense that I did a mental calculation, and for Minister of Education, with all the heavy loads attached to it, the total budget, capital budget for 2024 was 296 million, 778,611. And I was wondering, this is the budget for one university in the UK or in the US. So that's why I'm asking, if you're even talking about the budget for universities, it's also in the same direction. So I was asking, Honorable Minister, how are you able to function in the light of this mega resources? Are there other sources of revenue that comes to the ministry, like counterpart funding? We need to know other sources of income that come to the ministry to justify your performance despite this mega allocation. That's what I wanted to ask, Minister, before we go to 2025. Thank you.